And I spoke to George Barrios. He's the Chief Strategy and Financial Officer for the WWE. And I asked him what his company has planned for the Chinese mainland market.
Yeah, we've been in China for 8 years, and it's been an incredible 8 years for us. We've been working with our partners there, building the brand. And what's special about the new era we're launching is that for the first time ever, our Chinese audience will be able to see our core flagship programs, Raw and SmackDown, the full shows, 5 hours in total, live in China. Up to now, working with our non-exclusive partners, we've been on a 3-week delay. So it's a sea change in the amount of content and the speed with which the content will be delivered. And so we wanted to mark that occasion and that big change in the partnership with coming back to the market. So we're really excited for September 10th, and I see us doing many more events in China over the next few years.
What are your revenue forecasts for the China expansion?
We don't talk about specific markets, but I'll give you an analog. We've been in India now for about 20 years, and about 8 years into our tenure in India, we were about the same revenue that we'll be in China now after 8 years. But over the ensuing 12 years, and when you look at India today for us, India is the 3rd largest market in terms of revenue for WWE, right behind the US and the UK. And it's the 2nd largest market in terms of digital engagement and actual viewership on traditional TV. So we have high hopes for China. If it follows the path that India's followed for WWE, it's going to be one of our largest markets in a few years.
China's very excited about the first Chinese wrestler being signed, Bin Wang. What can we expect from his character? How will he be portrayed? How will he be worked into the plots and the themes of WWE?
Well, I leave all of that to my colleagues on the creative side, but what I will say is we are thrilled to have our first Chinese talent signed to a developmental contract. So that in and of itself is a milestone, and I'm sure you saw the video of the press conference we did in China announcing both the new deal with PPTV, the event in Shanghai coming up in September, as well as the contract with Bin Wang. And if you did, you saw that Bin Wang looked like a superstar. So we're really excited to have them and have him, and time will tell.
What kind of viewership is WWE getting so far, and what are your projections for growth?
So we just actually aired our first event under the new deal. So Raw was live on Monday night, and well, we're not going to publish numbers. We were really thrilled, as well as PPTV, compared to some of the other properties on their sports portal. We did really, really well. And frankly, that was without any promotion for the event, because we wanted to make sure technically that the live delivery would work. So at least out of the gate, it's exceeded both our expectations, and we'll only grow from here.
Speaking of male and female, WWE's also got the women's circuit, the Total Divas. I'm a fan of the Bella Twins. Do you see that happening in China? How are female performers or wrestlers being viewed in China? And do you see an expansion with some local Chinese female talent?
Yeah, when we talked about the signing of Bin Wang, but we actually had a full tryout in China, and our hope is that we're going to have more Chinese talent, men and women, join our developmental operation in Orlando, and hopefully one day some of them making it to Raw and SmackDown. But we had at that tryout, we had women superstars or women who want to become WWE superstars. So it'll be both male and female, just like it is today across all the WWE properties.
CEO Vince McMahon saying that he has a long-term commitment to China. What's that long-term strategy?
Well, our long-term strategy is to drive engagement. I mean, we always say, we're an entertainment property, so we have a pretty simple business model. If we can put smiles on people's faces and do it on a lot of people's faces, everything else flows from that. I will say, however, around the world, and this is inclusive of China, the engagement on digital and social to drive that 24/7 engagement, to bring younger fans continually into the content is absolutely crucial. As you probably know, we're the largest sports brand on all of YouTube. We have more subscribers and more views on YouTube than the NFL, NBA, FIFA, and the Olympics. We have had over 10 billion video views over the last 12 months. We're also the #1 sports brand on all of Facebook. So John Cena, our #1 star, has over 40 million Facebook followers, more than any U.S. athlete. We are going to invest similar resources to build up the social media engagement and footprint in the local Chinese social media platforms like Weibo and WeChat and Youku Tudou. So our partnership with PPTV, although exclusive for long-form Raw and SmackDown, also enables us to broadly distribute our short-form content, and our goal is to replicate the success that we've had on the global platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter on the local Chinese platforms. And that's a key part of the strategy that Vince is referring to about our long-term commitment.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, CCTV-America.com.